And we do welcome Mayor Byron Brown back to News 4 for our monthly Ask the Mayor segment. We have a lot of ground to cover tonight, so we'll plunge right in. Talk of the town today is the bills. I understand that the city had something to do in facilitating these permits to sell liquor early on Sunday.
So with the Bills playing in London on Sunday, game time is 9:30 a.m. Governor Hochul made it possible for a blanket authorization for communities to authorize bars, restaurants, taverns, and pubs to sell alcohol for the Bills game. And what local communities had to do is send a notification to the state that they were going to do that. So my office worked with Council President Pridgen and the city clerk, Tiana Marks. We sent the notification to the state, which now allows all of the bars, restaurants, pubs, and taverns in the city of Buffalo to have alcohol for the Bills' early game on Sunday.
All right, I take it that was not a hard choice for you to send in that paperwork.
It was not a hard choice.
Okay, let's talk about the weather turning, and of course that brings us back to last year and the winter storm. Press release came out late yesterday. Buffalo is getting 6 surplus plows from the State Thruway Authority. I'd like to know how that deal was negotiated. As I understand it, these are state plows. They maintain ownership of them, but Buffalo gets to use them. 6 plows.
We've been doing a lot of planning, a lot of talking to other levels of government since the last storm. In talking to Governor Hochul, recognizing that there are supply chain issues, still some lag time in getting equipment that is purchased, we were able to establish a partnership with the state and the Department of Transportation to be loaned 6 snow plows for this upcoming winter season. With 4 new ones that have already come in, that gives us 10 new pieces of snow fighting equipment for the city of Buffalo. So I thank Governor Hochul and the Department of Transportation for partnering with us in this way.
I'm interested to hear about that partnership or that collaboration, those discussions that last year it didn't seem were happening. This year they seem to be happening, and you're going to maintain that going forward.
Well, they did happen last year, but one of the things that we learned from the storm last year is let's start talking a lot earlier. Let's start talking year-round. So we've been in discussions with the state, with the county, with other municipalities in the region about this upcoming winter season. We feel very prepared for the coming winter. We'll have new equipment for fire, for police, for the Department of Public Works, so we should be much more effective in this upcoming winter season.
I did want to ask you about fire. We saw those fire trucks just mired in the snow last year. What's being done to overcome that this year?
We have some new trucks in. We will have some more maneuverable vehicles that are coming in that will be here in time for the winter, that will give us the ability to reach people if we need to help get them transported to the hospital.
Yeah, I'll check on that next time, because we never know when those winter storms are coming. I mean, they could come even this month, although I'm not predicting that. I'm not predicting that.
Todd Santos, don't predict that, please.
I want to turn to another initiative for you. Oh, first, before I move on, what about those positions of fleet manager and emergency manager? There were 2 big positions to be filled. What's happening there?
Haven't found the right people yet. We have searches going. We have interviewed people. The most recent interview was yesterday. We'll see how the interview team feels about that interview with someone for fleet manager, but it's a national search. We've extended the time frame for the search. Hope to fill those positions, but again, my position has always been that even without those positions, it will not impact our ability to successfully and effectively deal with winter weather in Buffalo.
Okay, all right, we'll talk more about that next time. Got a lot of other issues here. Has your office been called on at all to have a role in handling the influx of migrants and asylum seekers in Buffalo?
We have not.
Okay, let me just pause there a moment. You have not been called on at all. Have you had any discussions with the state about this, the county about this? I
Yeah,
mean, it's been a big issue.
I've had discussions with the state. I've had discussions with Mayor Adams in New York City and his staff. And the position that we took at the beginning is that the city did not have the resources to be able to house migrants, that our position was that if migrants were going to come here, there had to be significant resources for the community to be able to manage that, and that was the position that we took.
Okay, let me move on to the Allentown project, which took years, and finally last week was announced that it was pretty much done. Not everybody is happy with it, and of course we lost businesses during that time. I mean, I know the pandemic was in there as well, but are you happy with the way this has turned out?
Certainly not happy with the length of time that it took. It took longer than anticipated. The pandemic played a role in that. Supply chain issues, cost issues played a role in the length of time it took. Glad that the project, the major infrastructure, road construction part of the project is complete. Now we will work with the community on additional lighting, public art, and other things to put the finishing touches on the project. But the street is open. Access to businesses are there, and I've driven down Allen a number of times since we opened the street, and it looks like people, are using the street and using the businesses on Allen, which is good news.
Okay, I have very little time. I have two more questions for you. One is, do you know when fluoride will be put back in the water?
We are now at this point waiting for sign-offs from the county health department. We cannot move forward until the health department agrees with the plan to restore fluoride to the water. We're prepared to do it. We have the resources that we need to do it. We just need the approval from the health department.
Okay, we will follow up with them on that. Finally, and I ask you every time, I'm sure you're prepared for the question. It's widely known that you have been talked about, considered for the job of president of Buff State. Has someone from Buffalo State reached out to you about this job?
I will not say that that is the case. I get talked about a lot, considered for a number of things. I am focused on the opportunities that are here for the city of Buffalo, and they have a great interim president, Bonnie Durand, that is doing a phenomenal job.
Okay, that's wonderful to hear. Are you taking classes to get a master's degree, which would be required for this job?
I take classes from time to time. I think continuing education is important, and I am continuing my education as we speak.
If you were offered the job at Buffalo State, would you take it?
I don't want to focus on Buffalo State. I want to focus on the city of Buffalo. That's the job I have, and that is where my focus is every day.
Then I'll close by just saying, has anyone else reached out to you about a job that you find attractive?
Over the years, I have been reached out to from time to time. I am very focused on the job of mayor of the great city of Buffalo.
Okay. Next time you come, you'll be prepared for me to ask this question again.
You ask me every time I come.
I know. And when it finally happens, you can say you heard it here first. Mayor Brown, thank you so much for your time.
Jackie.
Always a lot to talk about.
Yes.
I have other questions here, as you know.
I'll be back next month.
Okay. We're out of time right now. Thank you so much.